If it ain't your beyond, all you be on the track.
Yeah.
Baby mama terrorist. BMT. It's my baby mama. I'm on child support. Can't see my kids, so I stay in coat. It's my baby mama. She be riding Lexus, finding sugar daddies and doing setups. It's my baby mama. I'm on child support. Can't see my kids, so I stay in coat. It's my baby mama. She be riding Lexus, finding sugar daddies and doing setups. It's my baby mama. I'm on child support. Can't see my kids, so I stay in coat. It's my baby mama. She be riding Lexus, finding sugar daddies and doing setups. It's my baby mama. I'm on child support. Can't see my kids, so I stay in coat. It's my baby mama, she be riding Lexus, finding sugar daddies, and doing setups. Riding around, try to play the Romans, innocent with an evil soul. In public, wearing fake hair lows, behind closed doors, she rock them horns. I moved on, she wanna teach me a lesson. Can't see my kids, man, I'm stressing. Couldn't see my son to give me his present. She got married to teach me a lesson. Telling people she did nothing wrong, knowing that well since I moved on. Thought that money would keep me home. Hell no, bitch, I'm gone. I don't know what you lost your mind. Try to say my name, but I know your kind. Saying I'm a deadbeat, bitch, you lying. Fighting in court, man, I'm trying to be a father to my kids. She focus on the wrong shit, worrying about another being instead of us co-parenting. Put my kids in grown folks' business, telling them lies, bitch, you wicked. Split personality, oh yeah, you twisted. Never thought I'd go through this. It's my baby mama, I'm on child support. Can't see my kids, so I stay in coat. It's my baby mama, she be riding Lexus, finding sugar daddies, and doing setups. It's my baby mama, I'm on child support. Can't see my kids, so I stay in coat. It's my baby mama, she be riding Lexus, finding sugar daddies, and doing setups. It's my baby mama, I'm on child support. Can't see my kids, so I stay in coat. It's my baby mama, she be riding Lexus, finding sugar daddies, and doing setups. It's my baby mama, I'm on child support. Can't see my kids, so I stay in coat. It's my baby mama, she be riding Lexus, finding sugar daddies, and doing setups.
All stand, please. Oh yes, oh yes, oh yes. The Solemn Court now stands adjourned, sine die. God save the state and this honorable court.
Yeah. You may be seated up in this motherfucker. Shout out to the Bay Mama Terrace Bounty Hunters. I'm your host, Mr. Palmer. And what we're going to do, we're going to have a good dialogue today with a good brother I've been knowing for the last about 5 years. I believe it's been 5.5 years. Met on Facebook. And remember I told y'all when I started on Facebook with the Fuck Child Support movement, on how I told y'all at first when I started out, you know, with the page and how I got involved and how I got deeper involved. A lot of white brothers came to me and told me that, hey, it ain't just black men going through this. And I started getting a lot of rundown of the true history when it came to family court, child support, these baby mama terrorists. That's why I said baby mama terrorists come in all forms. And no man is exempt when it comes to this court system. Now when it comes to family court. This is one of the brothers who taught me different information when it comes to family court, these judges and the behind the scenes. One of the brothers, you know, it's a good brother from Tennessee. He's also an alienated father. He's been fighting back off and on for years with this unjust system that we call family court. He also got a podcast called We're the Parents podcast. He's on Facebook. He's on all social media sites. He's also a musician. And we've been talking and dialoguing for a long time. He actually posts on my Fuck Child Support page on Facebook because I'm rarely on. And this brother's steady fighting to be a father, a full-time father. But what does government daddy do? Oh, well, every other weekend. And, oh, well, you need to have a psychological evaluation. And, yeah, we know she's lying, but still, because you want to go against us and tell the truth about us, well, we're going to put that as the reason why you still can't see your kids, because that's child abuse, because you're exposing the truth of what's been going on for all these fucking years. You know, you can't make this shit up. And a lot of y'all, you know, you baby mama terrorist queens that sit back and say, well, it's only black men complaining and whining and crying and all this stuff. White men don't say shit. Well, that's where y'all don't know what the fuck you talking about. Because, again, fathers' rights movement was started by white men. And it's way more white men going through this situation more than even us. So you can imagine how fucked up we are. See, And the reason why people don't like me, because I'm calling out the truth. It's a gender biased system when it comes to men. Yes, a few women go through the cracks. Yes, a few women are paying child support. Yes, a few women are alienated by baby daddy tears. But when you look at the stats, it's only 15%. So before I let the brother on, I'm going to see who's up in here. And also I added Facebook up in here as well. Let's see who up in the comment section, then we'll get this started. And I have my brother come on here, and his name is Chris Cole, a good brother. You just can't make this shit up when it comes to this core system. So yes, let's see who we got in here. We got good guy James up in here. We got Space Kitchen Podcast. We got Raven Knight. We got Jason. We got Cool Breeze. We got the Bell 5000. We got A Griggs. What's going on, brother? We got my boy Sheen up in here. We got Exhale Pro. We got Ricky Manor all the way from South Carolina, man. Hey, he say Pump a Dump video was fire. Appreciate you checking out. Appreciate everybody checking out that video. We're gonna take it and run with it. A lot of people call it the Black Manosphere Anthem. A lot of people call it the Red Pill Anthem. All I know, it's a hit that's gonna go outside this manosphere. It's definitely gonna go outside the YouTube space. We're gonna push this to the fullest. And shout out to Ramil for jumping on and us working together. Like I said, I'm with the real. Forget the rest of them. Definitely subscribe to Ricky Man if you ain't always subscribed. Shout out to you, my brother. We got Maurice from over east of Chicago, 071. We got Antisocial all the way from the UK. We got MPI. We got Celine up in here. She's all the way in Massachusetts. We got the Space. We got who else? Space Kitchen Podcast. I said the name one more time. We got AO from the UK as well. We got the lovely Gail Locker, which is district attorney. Please give her a shout out. Without her and a couple others, I wouldn't know what to do dealing with y'all in the chats. So shout out to her for doing the Lord's work. We got BG Wavy up in here. We got Top Dog Killer up in here. We got who else we got in here? We got RT95. We got Raven Knight. We got Top Dog Killer, BG Wavy. We got I Am Me. We got King May up in here. We got Brother Truth Be Told. We got Point Five. We got Lorenzo Davis. We got Peaceful Pulley. We got Kareem up in the building. We got that's KD. It's not the Kareem from New York. We got KD. What's up, KD? We got Super Smoke. What's going on? We got Team Mata Productions. We got my boy Casey. What's going on? We got OG. I don't know if Maurice up in here. Usually when Maurice come in here, he'll let me know. We got, I think I said Peaceful Pulley, but if not, we got Peaceful Pulley. And shout out to everybody that's on the Facebook. We got Paul Game up here. That's what's up. And shout out to everybody else that tuned in, that didn't comment. Please like when y'all come in here. Please share. If you're on Facebook, please like, please share. Put it out there because it need to be out here for the world to see. Because they want us to be quiet. They want us to not say nothing. They don't want us to speak the truth. You know why?
You can't handle the truth.
That's why. That's one of the reasons why. We got Unity Ghost from Cincinnati up in here. We got Clan Kill up in here. We definitely gonna, man, I owe y'all apology because I thought Chris Cole's from Tennessee. I looked on his app, it said Tennessee, but then again, I think that's one of his songs. He's from North Carolina. So he's right next to Ricky Manor in South Carolina. So I apologize. But with his music, you think he country. So he fits Tennessee. But yeah, without further ado, I want to bring another brother who definitely is about equal parenting, who is about men's rights, fatherhood, masculinity, and is about going against the code, which is government daddy and baby mama terrorism and everything else. Shout out to my brother Chris Cole up in the building from North Carolina.
What's up, man? How are you?
I'm good, brother.
I need to get some sounds.
Roadcaster. I got a roadcaster machine and I download
Law and Order.
Yeah, you could go just you could look up the sounds and you download it. Some of them you got to pay. Then I got some supporters on here that sent me some of the sound bites, sound effects that I need. So I use that to this stuff that we talk about is sad, it's hurtful, it can make you mad. So I try to come with something to keep us kind of motivated and get our laugh on at times.
Absolutely.
Make you want to do a MGK. So So we just, try to can't make everything sad. Well, how you doing today, brother?
I'm good, man. Hey, there's no lag on your end, is there? Because I'm getting a little bit of lag.
No, I'm not getting a lag. Is anybody hitting lag? I'm not getting a lag on my end.
I was getting a lag on my computer watching you, but I don't know if I'm lagging. I'm making sure I'm in a good spot on my internet.
You don't seem like you lagging.
Okay, as long as you're good. Yeah, yours will drag a little bit, but I don't know what they're seeing.
Okay, hopefully, because they'll believe me. They'll let me know. We got yoga up in here. Now you starting to lag. Mm-hmm. now you starting to lag. I see it when you drunk your shake and start lagging.
I moved too fast.
Okay, well that's okay, brother. Let everybody know who you are, where you from, and what you're about.
Man, my name is Chris Cole. So the Tennessee thing, yeah, I lived in Nashville for a couple years.
Oh, you did?
Back
okay.
in 2013. I moved there right while my ex was pregnant, actually, because when we were about to have a kid, I was like, oh my God. Like I'm wasting my time in this small thing. It was time to get out and grow up and take my ambition and see if I had what it took. And that's when it really all started, with the back and forth, me moving back to North Carolina, me writing a song called Me for Tennessee. That song was actually written when my ex took my son while I was at work, because she was having postpartum, she was having issues, and she has her side of the story. She says I was out all the time. There was a lot of stresses. It was me trying to fit a lot in, trying to be very ambitious with a new baby. And I kind of see now where that could have caused some issues. But anyway, so she left with my kid, man. And I wrote this song, Me for Tennessee. It's out on YouTube. You can type in Chris Cole, Me for Tennessee, and listen to it. And it's a letter to my, at that time, 6-month-old son. He's now 8. I got to see him today at the doctor, because I haven't been to a doctor's appointment in a year or two, because I've been she makes it very difficult to have a relationship with my children. And, she won't stop with the allegations. She won't stop with the fighting. And all I've ever asked was just to be an equal part. I want her to be happy. I want to be happy. I want to co-parent. And if we need special attention to work through that, whether it be therapies, I'm all for it. But there's something, and I'm not, maybe I'm accusing or assuming or whatever. We have personality disorders. They have undiagnosed personality disorders, whether that's from growing up with trauma in their own families or being abused or whatever it is. And, these things are going undiagnosed, and these types of personalities are the ones who use the court system as a weapon. And these children are being wielded like a sword or a club against us, who completely innocent. The relationship, it usually takes two. But whether she walked away or the man walked away or whatever the scenario is, anyone who's healthy, unless that child's being abused, would go, all right, well, we're gonna have to learn to co-parent, even though we are not healthy in a relationship, which means we're gonna have to learn communication skills as well. It's gonna take effort. Well, the problem is these personality disordered people, they don't see this issue, and what they do is they recreate reality. They bend it, they twist it, they reconstruct it. And when they go into the court systems are not one. It's one of, I would say it's one of 3 scenarios. They don't care, they're corrupt, or they're uneducated and can't recognize psychological issues. All they recognize is a healthy parent who's upset, who's saying, stop abusing me. And like you said earlier, and I'm glad you said it, when you speak against abuse, you are crazy. If a woman speaks out against abuse, she's a victim. And we need to start realizing that men and women are both victims of the opposite sex, and stop making it a sex thing. Unfortunately, the industry of family law and government is in the way, and they figured out how to take these personalities and create high conflict litigation, and they know that the healthy parent will keep fighting for their kids. If I was or unhealthy or I've been in court. I see the white brothers, the black brothers, the Hispanic brothers, the women. I see what it looks like when a man woman doesn't want to be or participate in their child's life. You can see it. They don't even want to pay $50 a month.
Right.
You know what I mean? They work minimum wage jobs. They can't keep a job. They're not asking to see their kids. Right. That's not you or I, and that's not millions of others. But what they did is get, and they're like, oh, we can make money off these people because they really love their children, and they're going to keep litigating. And, obviously we're having a personality issue over here. There might be some psychological issues. This person's going to keep fighting them. Right. So let's just keep, and you said, because I stood up and said, this is not okay. And I said, governments, I don't agree with government. I don't agree with the courts. What did they say to me? Mr. Cole, you must be crazy because you're standing up against us. You know that, Your Honor, attorney, GAL, child support agent. You don't work for the mother. You don't work for the child. You work for the citizens, all of us, and you're not doing your jobs. You're abusing children. You're abusing adults. You're abusing parents, and you're taking all their money and leaving and putting kids on welfare and Medicaid and shitty insurance, right, instead of allowing parents to keep their own wealth, de-escalating. And I'm sorry if I'm ranting right now. Go ahead. There should be, all of the lawyers that I speak to, Ted Bush out in Illinois, my buddy Sean. Yeah. There's no de-escalation tactics being used. It's all escalation tactics. And we'll, as we go into this interview, I'm going to share with you the last month and a half that I've experienced with the judge and with the attorney. And I'm going to use their names today, and I'm going to leave my ex's name out. Out of respect for my them, nothing.
That's fine. So. That's most definitely. I want to give a shout out to MPI for the $2 donation. He said we always get lags when Mr. Palmer go do collabs. Of course, you think YouTube everybody want this to come out? No, not at all. But it's cool because I know it's when it do freeze, it continues off where he left off. We ain't missing nothing. So just bear with that. Shout out to you, MPI. And also, if you can, please, we got 88 people in here. Definitely get them likes up because that's very important. We want to spread it to the algorithm. And if y'all want to definitely,
please share it on here.
Yeah, definitely share. We want to support. The Cash App is right there, super chat, whatever you see fit. I'm just, high value deadbeat. I'm trying to get off this couch. Y'all know what I'm trying to do. I'm starting to put more wrinkles in it. I need y'all assistance, man. So definitely need your help. Okay, brother. So again, you said you've been going back and forth to court.
Yeah.
And I remember you was going through it for a year, but it's been like a month and a half. So tell us, well, first I want to go back. How do you feel as a father that you're not allowed to be a father? Even though, like they say, they always these baby mama Terry's quick to say it takes two to have kids, and it takes two to be a parent. But I tell them it takes two to have a child, yes, but only one can make the decision if they want to keep the baby or keep basically I'm gonna say keep the father around or don't keep the father around.
Right.
It ain't about having a baby. It's about keep the father around or don't keep the father around. What's your take on that?
Man, I wouldn't have believed that this was possible until it happened to me. And that's pretty much what any of us would say. We've heard the jokes. It's cheap. I heard it was cheaper to keep her before I was old enough to have children. And I was like, what's that mean?
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, that's funny. Oh, they'll take your kids. Oh, that's funny. And what I always thought it meant was if it was for the dads. I thought child support was for dads who didn't want to be present. Support makes sense. That's for dads who don't want to be fathers or they're not ready to be fathers, but they need to be financially obligated to those children. And I totally understood that. Now what I've learned is that the court systems will litigate and propagate nonsense to remove good fathers without any evidence, with preponderance. In family court, it's preponderance. Basically, what that means is 51%. And you know who determines that 51%? Right? Who has basically oligopoly free reign power, because it's called judge's discretion. All right. So it's the only court entity where a judge doesn't seem to have to follow rules of due process.
Nope.
And can ignore evidence. Unfortunately for them, there are fathers now that aren't giving up, like you and myself. We're finding other ways to not, I don't spend all my time in the court fighting. I do that when I need to do that. And with Gab and my gift of music, I'm going to do this. We have technology. So,
yes, most definitely.
So use it. Buy a $20 camera like I've got. Buy a $500 laptop like I have. This microphone was $100, and this boom stand was I don't know, $25. And I'm a TV host. Boom. Yeah. You don't need a huge budget. So you guys should all be starting podcasts, and we should all be guests on each other's show. If you're an artist, media, and sharing things and sharing these interviews and getting more viewers and reaching out to your legislators, you should be doing something. There's no excuses anymore. We have too much in front. We have too many tools. All you need, it's effort. No one has to get on their horse and ride across the states to say, that the British are coming anymore. We can talk to each other like this.
You know what? I want you to, before we get to the month and a half, what you going to court? Yeah. Tell them what happened when I was on your show, and I was on your show and you interviewed me. What was the aftermath? What was the aftermath when we went to court?
So I talked to Ted Bush, and Ted said that it's a race issue, and I was like, I don't know, maybe you give me your take on it, but people view things.
I'm sorry, but I want y'all to take heed to what I just said. This brother had me on his show, and he ended up going to court, and they used the interview between me and him to
only.
So that's why he said it. They made it look
only
at
yours.
And I want y'all to know how serious this shit is. Go ahead.
Yeah. Well, it really tells you. It really tells you not only the intelligence, but the ignorance of these systems, because I think they believe, because they're judges and because they're lawyers, that they're better people. Basically, it's like, look, you're a peasant, you're fighting for your kids, you better watch your tongue. Right. That's not how America works. First of all, read the Constitution. You work for me, public to work for me, but if you abuse me, there needs to be some sort of accountability. And the problem is there isn't any, so we have to create the accountability. They're too comfortable with their thrones that they sit on, and the black dresses that they wear, and the suits and ties that they wear. And we have to make them uncomfortable and remind them what country this is. And so the attorney used Olson's case. They only used his whole custody case was based on his advocacy post being kept from his kids. So I didn't start doing this for I would say almost a year. I mean, I would post things and share things, but I didn't start the podcast for a year and a half in. So maybe I've been doing it. I'm on my 22nd or 23rd episode, and I've skipped a few weeks. So you're talking about I was doing one episode a week, year of this podcast. And that's only because I didn't have a voice in the court. But they don't take responsibility for that. They don't see that. What they see is that you're disparaging them. I don't know if they've heard of the First Amendment, but when you act poorly in the United States, the people can speak out against you. That's why it's the First Amendment. Okay. The Second Amendment, we don't really have to get into. I'm not a gun owner, although I may be one day. I'm not here to harm anyone.
Right.
But I am here to hold a podcast. So, saying that, they used your episode only. And when I say they used your episode, they didn't show the episode. He found a clip where it was me disparaging the court and the attorney, and it was prompted he took like, I don't know, a minute and a half, 2 minutes. And he took the middle of the podcast where you and me were like, oh, and he's probably going to use this podcast clip that he used. And he said, Your Honor, look at how, I mean, what's wrong with him? I don't know if he called me arrogant or something like that. He's like, Your Honor, he literally said, oh, and they're going to use this clip in court. I mean, what's wrong with him? What's wrong with him?
You did say that. You did.
So I'm crazy because I can see your patterns.
Right.
Because you're predictable. You go to work every day in your box, right? You have no idea the effect that you're having on the outside world. You're just collecting. You guys are ignorant to psychology. And if you're not ignorant, you're deliberately hurting people.
Right.
And I'm sorry. I'm not going to stop talking. If you take my kids, well, now you just cut the chain completely. Now I have no shackles.
Damn
So
right.
I've watched my mouth. I've spoken freely. I've not used any names. I've said my ex. I've said my judge. I've said my ex's attorney. I've not called out my attorneys, child support agents who've screwed up. But we're getting to that point, folks. And we're going to start contacting news media, newspapers, magazines, legislators, governors. I'm already speaking to everybody.
Yep.
So if you think the only way I'm going away is if I'm dead. And I'm telling you, I am in no, and Cash likes to say this too, in no way, I'm sorry, Adam Kokesh likes to say this often. In no way am I suicidal. I'm not going to kill myself. If something happens to me, anybody else, okay? So if I get murdered or there's some sort of thing, I want you to investigate it, okay? Because I will fight to the death, but I will not take my own life. I'm at that point.
Yeah, same here. Same here.
So I want to get into that. So what they said, they used your podcast. Keep in mind who I've interviewed, and you're the only black man or woman that's been, I believe, yeah, I think you're the only black individual or African American, however you like to be, whatever.
Black.
But it was that viewed you, and your page has a derogatory name.
What?
Right?
Child support.
Right. They don't know what that means. They just think that I'm anti-child support. You and I are not anti-child support. We want child support to be used as it was intended. Correct?
Yeah. Like I tell people, child support is the key reason, is the core of why you got alienation, right? You got the government siding with women that should not have custody or even or that's why they don't want equal parenting. That's why they want the father to be in the child's life, because there's more child support. That's why we are visitors and not equal parents. So yes, until they, far as I'm concerned, till they change the laws or do a revision on the law, then it's fuck child support. And I'm gonna stand by that till the day I die.
And you know what they're scared of? A white man and a black man standing together. And it's happening, kids. It's happening. We're done.
It is. And that's why I'm telling men as a whole, put our differences to the side. Our history, put that to the side, because the enemy of my enemy is a friend. We need to get rid of something that's bigger than this. And that's why I'm doing what I do. That's why about diversity when it comes to this, because when it comes to family court, I tell people over and over, they don't care what color you is coming in there.
No, you're a prophet.
Right. So these baby mama Terrence queens that I speak on, they sit back and say, well, the white man ain't complaining about who the fuck says what since when? Who you think started it? So I mean, but I need
one of those buttons.
Yeah, I got. See, I'm a dumbass sucker. I don't know better. I'm just a dude on the couch. But that's what I'm saying. So
they're like,
this is very.
He said, look, Your Honor. I mean, it says, and I don't know. He was real like trying to be polite. Your Honor, I don't even know if I can say this word. F child support.
I can say it.
Yeah, he's super he shakes.
He tried to make it look good. He's
shaking. He's shaking.
Like a woman.
Yeah. So he wants to make me look like I'm crazy because I'm assertive. I know my rights. Those are my children. Against them, there must be something psychologically wrong with me for standing up to tyrants and abusers. But I think actually the opposite of it. We're what we call alpha males. Okay, the men who are in power, the men who are in power, who take these positions, usually with narcissistic personalities. Doesn't mean that you and I aren't egotistical. We all love to be patted on the back. We're men. Men can be egotistical. Human beings can narcissists. The difference is there's a psychological disconnect between they lack empathy. You and me have empathy for men and women and children and even judges. You and I will sit here and go, there's great lawyers out there. We can name some. There's great judges out there. I don't know if I know any, but we know lawyers.
Judge Judy.
I love Judge Judy.
That's about the only one, and we can't get her as our judge.
I know. God bless that woman. But here's the deal. It's like they know they're retaliating is because they're threatened. The reason they're not listening is because they don't want to either be wrong or they're protecting their interests. Period. So they saw our interview. They picked out one little clip. I objected and I said, this is biased. I was like, this is cherry picked. I was like, if we're going to watch this and we can watch all of my podcasts, I was like, we need to watch the whole episode or we're not watching it at all. The judge just wanted to see what her attorney, but I interviewed not just you. I interviewed a legislator in North Carolina in the county that I'm in. I've interviewed a child support agent in another state who also, and I should get her on the show with you. But I interviewed, she was a regional director of child support. And I don't know if you watched that episode, but she didn't want to be on camera because she didn't want to lose her job.
I watched quite a few of your stuff. I watched Cash. I just don't say them behind the scenes because I'm going back and forth. I'm mostly on YouTube, but I come on Facebook and I watch. And even when you use my fuck child support page, I watch it. And I don't say, I come in, I might say something, and I get back out. So I would want, she more welcome to come on the show. She don't have to show her face because the truth need to come out. The jig is
I'll get her on with you. I'll reach out. But so I interviewed them. I interviewed Jennifer Harmon, who's a leading science expert in parental alienation, like one of the top in the world. I interviewed a clinical psychologist who said, yes, these are personal. But they didn't want to show any of those episodes. What they wanted to do was discredit my podcast, discredit my effort, and discredit me as a father and as a man. And they used your face and the name of your, Facebook page. And I'm just interviewing you. I didn't come up with, although I love it, I didn't come up with fuck child support, although I get the it is a perfect shock value.
That's what it was. A black man with a fuck child support hat on. Oh, he went one of them, militant and then anti and all that shit. Don't give a which I don't. And that's sad. I was on your show. And they took that clip. And that's why I want y'all to know, man, y'all got to take heed. He's on punishment because he's going against the code, not because he's a bad father, not because he's abusive. But because how dare you tell the truth about us? Like the man said, you said the lawyer was hesitate trying to be basically he was trying to act like a Me Too victim, and he was like, well, he said the F word, judge, and that makes the judge really I already know.
like I had nothing to do with that. I just interviewed you.
Exactly.
What if they're Republicans or Democrats and I interviewed the opposite party? Are they going to be offended? I didn't do it. I'm just interviewing guests. If they want to come on my show, you're free to come on my show and speak your piece, Your Honor. And, attorney Dan Bullard of Alamance County, Gibson.
Alamance County.
Jacksonville, North Carolina, on my show.
He's coming out to jail.
And that was the first time I used his name, and rightfully so.
Oh yeah,
sue me for defamation of character. I will
can't.
countersue
They
you.
can't.
Exactly.
And you know what? That just go to show you picked out of all the videos. You picked that video. That means
Right.
they've been watching your videos all the time.
They picked the angry black man with the angry name on his hat.
I'm not even angry.
No.
That angry shit is dead. I just keep my veins cold. And I tell my people in the chat, my supporters, keep the veins cold. That shit dead.
Right.
You ain't got to worry about me with that shit.
Right. So, and so that's what happened at the modification trial. Considering, so I've never had a custody hearing. I've never had an initial custody hearing. What happened was we had a hearing set up. I paid my lawyer, Carol Miller of Alamance County, Burlington, North Carolina. We're using some names now.
Y'all take heed to these names. You take heed to these names.
Carol.
Say it again.
Carol Miller charged me $10,000 to get to a trial, right? We had to continue the trial because the judge wasn't available. He was out for the week. There wasn't enough time to do the trial. So we placed in place a temporary order of every other weekend, and then we were going to reschedule a hearing within a month or two. When I reached out to attorney Carol Miller of Burlington, North Carolina, yeah, I'm going to do this a lot.
No problem.
I've been like holding this in for like 2 years. I sent them an email and said, so when are we on the calendar? I want to get this going. She goes, oh, we're looking at your retainer. And not only have you depleted your $10,000, but you actually owe us about $500, but we're going to write that off for you because we're good people. But if you want to retain us again, it's going to be another $10,000. Keep in mind.
Wait, $20,000?
We were going to do the trial that day. It just got continued because the judge was unavailable, right? So you're extorting me because that's what it is. You then all of a sudden have never sent me a bill. They're supposed to send you like recurring every 2 weeks to every month. They're supposed to show you the breakdown. All right, we had this phone call for this many hours. This is where you're at with your money. Never in, 3-4 months did she send me a single one. We were at the hearing. She was going to represent me at my hearing. All it did was get continued. And when I asked for the continuance date, she said, oh, your money's gone. I need $10,000 more. No, or I'll charge you depending on how many days the trial goes. Give me $10,000 more, or we can't move forward. So that was how this all started.
How did you feel that your own lawyer who's supposed to work for you is actually basically extorting you?
Right.
For all this money that you really don't have to give and invest in. It's a bad investment.
That's when I realized that everything I'd been advocating for, which I was like, oh, this is crazy. Like I was experiencing it. I was living it. And everybody said to me, how is she going to charge you $10,000 more when you paid her everything up front? I did basically all the paralegal work. I gathered all the documents. All they did was scan them into their computer, right? I did all the running around, the medical records, the emails, the texts. I gathered everything. And we got to trial and she said, your money's gone.
Nah, man.
That's impossible. Yeah. And then she sent me this bogus breakdown. It was over the course of months and you just started charging me. I don't remember. And that's why you're supposed to send it on a regular basis, because that way you can go, oh yeah, that was 2 weeks ago. Or that was last Wednesday. I remember that. We were on the phone for an hour. That's why they're supposed to do that. You can't go 4, 5, 6 months down the road and then go, here's the breakdown. All your money's gone.
Yeah, that's how, yeah.
That's unethical. It's unethical. And you should be disbarred. Carol Miller of Burlington, North Carolina.
Hey, it glitched that time. Just say the name. I'll just say the name again.
Carol Miller of Burlington, North Carolina. Attorney Carol Miller, thank you for your extortion and taking my $10,000 and leaving me with every other weekend. Thank you.
Every other weekend. And you was fighting for equal parenting, right? Or
that's what I was just asking for equality. I wasn't trying to take my kids from her. I was willing to do any co-parenting classes. I was willing to do any therapies. I just relationship with their mother. You know, and I know it wasn't healthy at the beginning. That included me and her. Okay, fine. It's the past. Let's move on. You know, I walked away from that relationship. She didn't leave me. And that's another thing. She did not leave me. All right. So you know, all these men and or women that are becoming bad parents when the other parent leaves the relationship, there's your first clue, Judge.
What I tell y'all guys, majority of men
Ding, ding, ding.
support, majority of men who on child support is because of failing relationship or divorce.
Right.
Not because he didn't want to be a father,
right?
It's because he didn't want to be with the woman.
It was unhealthy. And ladies, you know, we give you props too from walking away from toxic men. And if they're abusing you after you walk away, that's what abusers do. So when someone's strong enough to walk away, will that abusive person, that narcissist, that borderline, that whatever they are undiagnosed, they cannot, you literally walked away from them. They can't process that. So you're now in trouble, and they're going to attack you, and they're going to use those babies against you.
Right. And let me ask you this. Are your kids manipulated?
Yeah. Not, I mean, you know, not severely, but you can tell that obviously the gatekeeping exists because I'm not allowed to go to doctor's visits yet. We're using doctor visits room, which just happened recently. So all these things, these conversations with her and my kids, with doctors, and I just so happen to not be there. So we're nipping that one in the bud. I was at the doctor today. We're not having conversations at the doctor without their father. We're not having hearsay statements. We're not having any of this occur anymore. Boom.
Yeah.
So yeah, there's some alienation, there's some confusion. My kids are in therapy. With autism, I stood in the way of that. My kid's not autistic. She's trying to get them with, apparently they've been diagnosed with ADHD.
No,
my son isn't ADHD.
You know that's another check, right?
Yep, that's a check mark. Typical narcissist, alienating, borderline parent,
now
trying to get their kids diagnosed with things so they can live on welfare and social services.
I'm glad you're saying this because, you know, a lot of these fake baby mama tears, black queens will sit back and say, you know, it ain't like that. It's just y'all don't want to be fathers. And what I tell y'all, one baby mama tears all one and the same. They come in all forms. You got the Alquishas, the Al Karens, the Al Senioritas, and so on. And then y'all always hear about the ADHD. A lot of mothers actually get $600. Depending on the state, $300 to $600 for ADHD, and that's one of the most undiagnosed issue that a child can have when you ain't even got to have no proof.
And if you
he acted up ADHD.
Yeah, if you listen to Dr. Warren Farrell, who I've interviewed, and I'm going to interview again, who wrote The Boy Crisis, that the many cases of ADHD actually, you know, we've seen this blow up of these psychological issues in children, and it's directly related to fatherlessness. Now, whether dad is a jerk or he's in jail, there are crappy dads out there, folks. We're not saying that. There's crappy men and women. The problem is
women. I'm sorry. It's way more crappy ass.
The problem is to discern the difference between unhealthy individuals, whether they be men or women. We just say, you know, it's, if you look at the last 50 years, it's, you know, believe the woman. Why? What if there's no evidence? Yeah, we should believe a man or a woman. We should investigate what they're saying. But that doesn't mean that the other person, if a woman says something, the man's guilty. And, you know, did do it. Cool. You know what? I think they did just based on the fact that they're terrible people. I think Trump's a piece of crap too.
Do you?
Yeah, I kind of do.
Trump,
you know,
Trump so the only way, but I gotta say that Trump was the only one that actually I felt had the balls to call this shit out, and I was told, I actually saw that he was gonna try changed the Title 4D or something with the Social Security Act. So I was fucking with him once he did that. I didn't care about everything else.
Well, I'll believe it when I see it. I saw the video with Cash Jackson. You got to understand, politicians pander, and people who are active in abuse project their abuse on other people. So people, like, if you look at Biden, he's like, oh yeah, Cuomo, blah blah blah. Earlier he said he's the best governor, doing the best job, and now he's playing politics and he's pandering, going, yeah, he should resign if he did those things. Why? Because guilty people project their people. That's what they do. That's how they deflect. They keep you from.
You right, brother.
You know what I mean?
It is voting Jim Crow Joe up in here was the worst mistake they ever made.
Right. So
Trump.
Yeah, so that's where we're at. That's where this all started. That I became this every other weekend dad. Well, I had exhausted all my credit and my cash on that attorney. And I had an attorney previously, but I'm not going to mention his name because I'm on the fence. I was about to say ethnicity, his ethical morality, or if you will. So after Carol Miller of Burlington, North Carolina, basically extorted me, don't hire her. Don't hire her. Then we moved on. Then we moved on to another attorney who I'm not going to call out yet because she did her job. Unfortunately, somebody else in the movement who is came out too. But she pretends like she's for fathers, but she doesn't provide the service that she claims, which was to find low bono, pro bono attorneys.
Wait a minute. I believe I know who you talking about, and I'm just going to ask this one question.
Okay, we'll keep it vague for now because she might get sued also.
No. But I just want to say one thing. That individual is on Facebook.
Yeah, sure she is.
Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about because you're not the first person to say that. You're not the first.
I was told she did this, and I said, "Look, all I know is she's advocating for me right now. So until that stops, I'm, thank you for your opinion, and I'm going to keep moving forward with her. And it is a female, and that's all we'll leave. She is a female who pretends to be a father's rights activist, or a children's activist, or whatever, those who are, and the problem is I spent $1,000 and had no attorney. I had issues with her providing the attorney. She failed and she blamed it on COVID. She goes, oh, well, yeah, everybody's blaming shit on COVID. Everything's COVID. I can't work because of COVID. No, there's jobs out there.
You alienated because of COVID.
Yeah, with COVID, I can't do my work right. All these attorneys that are still, doing these cases either via Zoom, didn't close their courtrooms. Court was still proceeding. Okay, there was no disruption. There was either Zoom or not Zoom, in person still. So don't act like COVID is the reason you didn't find me an attorney. You're a fraud. And if you want to call me out, I'm ready to have that conversation as well. I'm not going to use her name today.
I got it. I understand. But let me say, well, I ain't paying my child support because of COVID. I guarantee
I'll get locked up.
I will be in jail because of COVID. Matter of fact, let me use that sound right quick because this would happen to you. Yeah. Because of COVID. You can't fall for that shit.
So then we move on. So because I was waiting on this individual to acquire an attorney for me because I had no money, I didn't seek another attorney. Me and my family waited. We didn't use credit cards to hire attorneys because we'd already spent $20,000 on a couple attorneys. So we were waiting with this grand that we spent for this person to give us an attorney. They were scrambling. Again, it set some attorneys by making promises that they couldn't keep, blamed it on me, and said that these attorneys said it was me, when really she ruined my potential future relationships with them, including, you know, some other attorneys I won't mention at the moment, because again, I'm not on their bad side yet. I don't want to be, but anybody who, you know, attorney Dan Bullard, who's my ex's attorney, and my ex attorney, Carol Miller, you know, you guys are 100% crap. So your names get thrown out in the hat. And the judge, I'm going to mention his name as well, because he's 100% crap. Everybody else is safe for right now. So if you think that I'm playing with you, I'm not. So we move on, and 16 months go by, right? I can't afford an attorney. I'm waiting for COVID, apparently. I've spoken to probably half a dozen attorneys that were brought in by this young woman who said she had an attorney for me. All these attorneys were not low boner. They weren't pro by me, so they disconnected based on this young woman's, I guess, misleading comments about me or whatever. She blamed it on me. So now these attorneys that probably would have fought for me aren't, because this woman who I hired ruined that relationship and then blamed it on me for doing that.
She blackballed you.
Yes. And, you know, my mom was witness to these conversations. I have the screenshots and the text messages. And if I want to go down that rabbit hole, I will. So primarily my focus is getting my kids, and it's not bad mouthing anybody. Obviously, I've left some people out who might deserve it, but you know, the two people that I mentioned so far, you deserve it. And you're, you know, I'm going to First Amendment all over you.
That's right.
Yeah. So then we go, so 16 months roll by, and attorney Dan Bullard, my ex's attorney, goes to court. And what he does is he finds a statute that says that, I think after 12 months of not actively trying to modify this temporary order, this order, it's up to the court. The court gets to decide, it's discretionary, that this order can become permanent. So that's how a temporary order of every other weekend without a hearing became a permanent order. Now what you're dealing with based on family court rules is, now to modify a permanent order, you need a substantial change in circumstances. Okay. There's no foundation or circumstances were ever founded. So how do you litigate a change in circumstances when there was no evidence or hearing ever occurring? Right. So everything is a technicality. Well, I spoke with an attorney friend of mine who told me, look, here's your loophole. It's called a motion in limine. And basically what the motion is originally for is to pass litigation so that old facts are not brought into a new modification hearing. But there was case law in North Carolina. We found it, and I used it. And basically what it states is you can use this motion in limine, which normally keeps you from rehashing old findings. If there are findings found that determined the court's order that were nothing that was not ever presented, should have been reopened up back to me, that I should have been able to admit these things, even though it was a motion to modify and not an original custody hearing, because no evidence was ever presented. So now that evidence should be, you know, legally be able to be used. The judge just said, I'm denying your motion. And this judge's name is Fred Wilkins. He's a retired judge from another county, right? He doesn't care about me, my ex, or my kids. He was highly abusive to me. He threatened to throw me in jail multiple times because of what you're seeing, my advocacy, my attitude, my outrage. I was speaking just this way. And he finds this as disrespect. Right?
I want you to do me a favor before you
Yeah.
continue. Say his name again because it kind of scared. I want them to hear that name. And you say he's a retired judge. Start from there and say it again.
His name is Judge Fred Wilkins. He is a judge out of Alamance County. He retired, I believe, in 2014 when he lost his election. Okay. He's not an elected official. He's a retired judge that's filling in here in my county and other counties. And I mean, no disrespect to him at all. I said that to him in both my hearings, but you're abusive and you're not paying attention that my kids are being hurt. So now, because you treated me unfairly, Wilkins, your name is being used and it will continue to be used. Both attorneys and the judge, those names will be used whenever I see fit.
Damn
Because
right.
I'm exercising my First Amendment right. I'm not threatening you. I'm telling the truth and I can back it up with evidence. I have court audio. The legislators will hear it. The Judicial Committee will hear it. And the Bar Association is going to hear it too.
Truth is what it is.
Truth is what it is. And again, this is what I'm talking about. So let me ask you this.
This is not. Yeah.
I want to ask you this. Did can you say that you went from let me see.
I see Matt David in here. He's tons of fun. Matt David likes to just throw shit on the wall and see if somebody wants to be his friend. I invited him on my podcast, but he doesn't want to argue with a bunch of people that completely are more smart and more smarter.
Yeah.
And that disagree with his Matt David. I know we know what a motion to eliminate is, but I found case law where it was used to actually allow for evidence to be used in a case, in a motion to modify case, because it was never admitted in the original custody hearing. So don't get on here and just show your butt. Okay.
So is he a lawyer?
He's tries to be.
Oh, so
he's an attorney in Illinois, I believe.
Oh, is he?
Yeah, he's Ted doesn't like him. Oh, I don't want to say that. I'm gonna correct myself. Cash Jackson doesn't like him. He's he's been on all the podcasts with Dad Talk, and I invited him on We the Parents to sort of speak his piece, but he was like, y'all are gonna gang up on me. Yeah, that's what happens when you jump into the lion's den and you say a bunch of crap. Other educated people are going to contest you. Doesn't mean we're gonna
ask you this about, because I don't know. I seen the name floating around on Facebook, but is he for men's rights or
the road lawyer?
The road warrior
is what he likes to go by.
It's one of those cool. But is he for men's rights or he's one of
he is for whatever side will give him a camera opportunity, I believe. I think he panders to both sides so that he can get on podcasts. I saw him on Dad Talk. You're welcome to watch that interview. I'm happy. Invite him on your show right now.
Matt David, you're more than welcome to come on if you want to.
The road lawyer.
One thing about, and I only want him to jump on. The one thing about my show, I allow anybody to come on here, whether you agree, disagree. We will not be disrespectful, and we don't do that here. So you're more than welcome. Please come on here and you can state your case. Because I want to know. I want to know about you now.
No. Have Matt David. And Matt David, the road lawyer, you can come on We the Parents podcast and we can debate anything you want. And you know what? We can leave everybody else off. I'm happy to debate you. I'm not an attorney. I'm a podcast host and a father and a musician, and I'm very educated. So I'm happy to share with you this case law.
Right.
That and you can read it yourself, and then you can dispute me after that.
Matter of fact, you come on and I'll let y'all two talk and I won't say nothing. I'll just sit on the couch.
You could be the mediator.
I'll be a mediator. All right. I want to, and you say here in Illinois, so I'll be, what's up, Steven? I'll be happy to let you come on. I just put the link in there. You're more than welcome, sir. Since
Absolutely.
You can school everybody and tell us what we don't know.
And if I'm wrong, I will definitely apologize. But if you're wrong, well, do whatever you want, man. I don't care.
Oh, yes, sir. Yes, sir. I definitely want you more than welcome, but I don't think you're gonna come on. I believe you would have came on by now.
Yeah.
But you say Cash don't like him, huh?
Cash knows he's just the guy trying to, I guess, get 2 minutes of fame and discredit the movement. I mean, I'll share the YouTube video with you.
Please do.
Yeah, the one where he basically, it was like, I don't even know what he was saying. It was sort of mumbling, but in a way, sort of like a watered down discrediting what we're doing. He talked about my podcast. He talked about Dad Talk. He talked about Cash Jackson and
Wait a minute, he talked about Dad Talk? What?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. He basically was talking about them and brought up my podcast that he's been on. So you know what? I'm glad you're watching what we're doing. But I think he's pandering. He's playing sides. He thinks what we're doing is like sort of meaningless, and that we think that we're righteous, but the law is this and the law is that. No, the law is abusive. And if you disagree with what we're doing, you're abusive too.
Well,
and
hey, I'm not gonna lie, bro. If he got issue with you, he hate this page. He hate me because fuck child support. I don't know.
oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
yeah.
I consider myself a fair person, and I know I have a strong personality, and that's what it's going to take, kids. And I know, you know, Larnell has a strong personality too. We're called men.
That's it.
I'm not here to disrespect him at all. He started it. And so I'm going to stand up for myself, and I'm happy to have a conversation. There'll be no name calling.
That's what I say. Yeah, we dialogue. If we got differences, we go from there. If you right, I would say you're right. I see I messed up. I see I was wrong. I have no problem with that.
Yeah, no, if I'm wrong, after I present what I have to show you, and you're now saying that what I just said is wrong, and I'll show you the case law, you tell me how it doesn't apply, and I'll go, oh, okay, that's my fault. But don't come on here discrediting me without, and you're not willing to face me in person. And don't be a tough guy on the chat.
That's what I say, and that's what I say. That's what I say to a lot of baby mama tears that come on here. I'm like, well, don't comment. Come on here. We'll talk and dialogue. The first thing they say is they're gonna gang up on me. No, you don't. I don't do that. And I have some that did come on here, and they was like, well, I don't agree with everything, but at least he did allow me to speak my piece. And that I mean, we're men. That's what men.
And he will hear me apologize on my show. I have no problem with that.
Apologize for what?
If I'm wrong.
Oh, if you're wrong. I'm like,
if I'm wrong.
About to me just one of the same. You know, you just can't make this shit up, man. You just can't, man. And this is what I try to tell y'all when y'all say it's just the black man suffering and all this stuff. White man got issue with other white men because you got white men that white knights that sit back and they cater to these feminists. They call themselves male feminists. They betas. Yeah, they sipping forces. They all one of the same, man. They same issues. The only difference is you don't see as much because you're not over there. I learned as I came when, like I say, you, Cash, and other men that I talk to, and y'all taught me a lot, and that's why I fool with y'all. Even Dad I taught him behind the scenes. But let me ask you this: what made you?
Yeah, Eric.
I'm gonna ask you, what made you decide to? Because we've been knowing each other at least for about 5 years. What made you start talking to me and have some type of dialogue? Because a lot of them came behind the scenes, wanted to work with me, but the first thing they said was, you need to change your name and deal with politicians. I'm friends with the governor and I take pictures with all these legislators.
That's weak. That's weak when you're like, if you and understand that your name is deliberate and intentional and powerful, and you can come on here and go, look, I'm not saying the system's bad. What I'm saying is F child support, because I know what that beast really is in its entirety. So like I said, Your Honor, can we listen to the whole podcast?
Oh no,
we don't have time to listen to that hour and a half podcast. Well, why? Then don't bring it up.
Right.
Then you shouldn't have brought it to evidence. Picked a 2-minute clip. You don't know what we're talking about.
Right. Yeah.
So, and of course the judge is like, no, I just want to hear this crap. So,
some because certain ones, I'm not gonna say who, on Facebook, they talked to me behind the scenes. They wanted to join me, even though they reached out to me.
Right.
They were like, well, you need to change the name. I'm not changing shit. I'm not. So, they were like, well, I deal with other politicians, legislators. Well, good. I mean, I'm having fun shaking hands with them because they're not gonna do shit but get some more shine off you because I ain't seen them change shit. So I mean,
and the truth of it too is we all have a different talent and a different perspective and a different strength. I don't want to talk to legislators that don't let me be who I am. I'm not trying to get into politics. I'm trying to be authentic. And sometimes I'm crude. I'm always honest. And I'm telling you this right now, if I'm wrong, if I'm wrong, I'll say I'm sorry.
Of course, with men. Well, let me ask you this: do you get a lot of feedback from these feminist baby mama terrorists who say, "Oh, you just a deadbeat. You don't want to be a father."
Nobody's attacked me yet. Believe it or not, the only one attacking me is my ex. None of the fembots have attacked me. So maybe they like my show. No one has ever said. The only thing that I do get is some of the women that really want to advocate that this is an equal distribution of abuse. Yes, it happens to women too, and you said the same thing. But it's
not equal. And
no,
I don't knock. Look, it's people on Facebook got groups that's for both parents. But the truth, that's why I say people don't like me. The truth of the matter is, men go through it way worse than a woman. That's
a factual statement.
It's designed to. Actually, a woman can opt out of child support. They don't have to pay child support. They don't.
Women are allowed to give their kids up.
We can't.
Women can just leave their kid on a doorstep or something.
Right.
Or just hand them off or abort them.
Right. Stephen Ball said 80% men. It's 85%, if not more, but it's 85% men.
I think it's 83.84%, maybe. I don't know.
84, but I'm saying it's more, but that's what I'm saying. So I'm not going to sit back and say that, oh, it's both. It's men and women. Hell, parents get more alienated than a mother. So that's I'm not. That's why a lot of people like you too much issue. No, I'm telling the truth. It's men that's going through this. Like I said, 15% of women are non-custodial parents, and only half of them is actually 51% that actually only pays the child support. So the
statistic is roughly, actually, it's not. So just because women are, we'll just say 85 for argument's sake. I think it's 84-12. Which what makes it 96, and the other 4% is like grandparents, foster care. So men are just over 12 custodial parents now, just over 12%.
Yeah, it used to be years. Actually, then it shrunk lower because I think it was in 2015 or 17. It was 17.5. So now it's lessened. That's even worse. And a lot of people now, and people tell me it's so simple to get equal custody and custody. I said, well, how 17.5% of the nation, not black men, not white men, the nation only get custody?
Are you saying that roundabout 80 to want to be fathers? Is that what you're saying?
Right. They saying that 85% of these men do not want to be fathers. They just want to pay child support. They want to run away from their responsibility.
No.
But society, the media, Obama, Bill Clinton, and
Obama and Bill Clinton jerks
out there that men don't want to be fathers. Even Obama called us as black men don't want to be fathers. Well, that's the biggest crock of shit ever. So that's why people don't like me, because I call out the truth. I don't care who you are.
Right.
Because we always been labeled as the provider, which is just pay that money. It wasn't never about us being fathers. That's why they use us as the guinea pigs. They don't care about either, but they're more beneficial to get the $51 billion business deal they get every year.
Exactly.
Versus the father, because the average father who's a non-custodial parent makes $40,000. Versus the non-custodial parent that's a woman, they average $15,000. So it's a lot of different factors why they do what they do: power, politics, money, and that's why we're so segregated now. Because if we come together, oh man, they'll lose it all. You know, you just can't make this shit up. But yeah, it's men that go through this, not women and men. It's men.
And if you see what's happening now, it's division is what they want. So me and Larnell are telling you right now, with COVID, with masks, with vaccines, with domestic violence, all of it with racism, with critical, all this shit, folks, is designed to keep all of us divided so we don't get our shit together and kick them in the nuts.
You're right. And then, yeah, it's shit
that's what it's for.
It is, but this shit's going on. But a lot of stuff that they see going on, they can stop it with no hesitation. They can stop the drugs. They can stop the community being fucked up. They can stop. Right. They can stop this welfare shit. They're not going to stop this. Why?
Nope.
That's their power. They keep
55 billion dollars.
Oh yeah, you know what? I use the 51 billion because that's what I see, but I'm sure it's higher than that now.
And that's not even including. That's just what the state makes, I believe. That has nothing to do with what attorneys are rolling in.
That's a whole nother deal, but they all wanted the same. But you know, let me ask you this: how do you? I'm surprised you're not getting heat as far as you doesn't want to be a father. But you did say that your argument now is women go through it too. Bullshit, right. Bullshit, and I say it with the quickness. But I do have one on my platform where a few who are on child support and alienated from a baby daddy tears. But like I say, it's only a select few. But
it's not right. We're agreeing with you.
It's not. Right is right, wrong is wrong. Right is right, and wrong is wrong. No, I don't.
We're not anti-women, but we are standing by the statement that on a statistical level, it is severely lopsided. It's not 50-50. It's not 60-40. No. It's not 70-30.
Right.
It's 80-20. It's actually 85-12. 80. Right. It's pretty bad, guys.
Now I'm anti-feminist. I'm anti-feminist. I don't give a shit. For the third and fourth wave, not the original. That was about equality. Equal. I'm talking about the new. You know what I'm talking about?
Toxic feminine.
Yes, I'm not. I don't support it. I let that be known.
The leftist, radical, angry feminist.
Exactly.
Fembots.
I definitely. I do not support that, and I never will. And everybody keeps saying Trump, please run. I hope he do come back and run. I hope he do. I don't know, but I hope he do. Because this clown right here can get out of here.
Well, when you did that, it looked like you were pointing at me.
Oh no!
Wait. This clown. This clown.
This if I do this way, I'm close to you now. I'm doing this way. Nah, this way. Yeah, that is you, but I'm going this way. Let me go this way then. Opposite side.
Yeah.
It's the third and fourth wave feminist. It's the third and fourth.
Yeah,
I have a problem with it. The new way.
Yeah, it's not about equality. It's about dominance and taking away and being men. We're not women, and you're not men. And men have a place biologically on this planet that you can't just say, oh, women are equal to men. No. And everything. And guess what? There's things that we give you credit for. Okay, stop trying to be men, ladies. It doesn't look good on you. And men, stop trying to be women.
Oh man, please.
I like making faces on this thing.
Yeah, man, that right there, But I blame a lot of these baby mama terrorists because they
well, when you take masculinity out, you're getting a lot of confused children. They're only being raised by women, and that's not all bad women. We know there's good. What you're doing is you're taking out the masculinity that even daughters need. There's a balance.
Yes.
If you're being raised by single moms and then they go to school and 80% of teachers are female, and then they're only seeing, maybe female doctors or female therapists, where is the untoxic masculinity? Where is just regular masculinity being given to these children?
100%. Well, let me ask you this. What that's what I wanted to ask you. Can you say when you first went to start in the beginning, we started going to court, that you was you could say weak because you didn't know, or the lack of knowledge that you thought it was one way, but then now you went from being weak to now you like, man, I keep my veins cold, and like you say, alpha male. This is what I'm fighting for, and I'm sticking to it. You're not gonna shut me up. This. Because I could say when I first went in there, I went in there like with hope, trying to do it the right way.
No, I have no hope. I have nothing.
I had hope when I first. I didn't know. I thought that it was about what's right.
It's war.
I was fair.
Right. I didn't want to fight her. I just wanted someone to hear me. I wanted equality. Do I think that she is abusive? Yeah, but I still was like, okay, I recognize that she's doing these things. So I believe that we need some therapy so that we can talk about it, because if we can't just ignore it, she's behaving this way. I don't want to take the kids from her, but we have to address it. It must be addressed. And at no point am I trying to then just be involved with my children. When someone attacks someone that's as reasonable as you or I, right? Because their butt is hurt. Essentially, again, she didn't leave me. I left her. So it's not like, oh, now she's protecting the kids from me. And why didn't you leave me?
Right. And that's because they like being intoxicated. They like being in bullshit. Because if I wouldn't have left, it would have been the same old shit. And just like Steven said, let me go back to what he said. I had just posted up. Where he at? You have to play for keeps. And that's why I tell men, you don't have no mercy. There's no mercy, no pity. You keep them veins cold. Anything you got to do to get your child, you do it. You don't have no mercy, no pity on her. Talking about, well, that's still my baby mama, that's still my ex-wife. We was married 30 years. No, fuck that. That shit went out the window once she brought you to child support. So and try to get you for your money and manipulate the child. No, you get her. If you can expose her for what she is, you do it. No, it ain't fair. Cause they gonna look out for her. So dog, that's one thing I tell. Keep them veins cold. Most definitely. So what's it like now? I know you went up to, now to, the judge saying, oh man, I don't like you acting arrogant, and I don't like the way you stand up talking to me, and what's going on now? What you think the outcome gonna be behind this? Because you still going through the same bullshit that should have been done a long time ago.
Well, now it's time to play offense.
Okay.
And I think it's multiple fronts. So not only am I speaking with attorneys, but I'm speaking with legislators, and I'm speaking with the Judicial Committee, and I'll speak with the Bar Association. I'm speaking with CPS. I'm speaking with everybody. I'm not going to sit and wait anymore and just plead my case and say, I just want to be in my kid's life and, get whipped. So it's time. It's definitely time to start playing offense.
100%. 100%. And I talked to Cash this morning, and I know I'm gonna run it by you this weekend, and I think it's a good idea for what he said. And he said a while back, but he going to court, you going to court. I had it going on. I had to get myself in order. And I believe that's where it got. I think what he said is a great idea that we need to do. Because people don't understand. I'm tired of people telling me this don't happen, this don't exist. I said, I asked people, I said, do you even know about fathers' rights movement? I'm like, because who you think started it? They sit back and think it's just certain race is complaining and whining. It's not even about complaining and whining, not even with me. It's about awareness. Now I took my situation as a sacrifice. So,
and what they do is they got to discredit who you are, because when you're challenging them, they have to badmouth you. That's just how abusive people work.
Keep your veins cold.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man.
Matter of fact, let me play something for anybody that try to shame me and give me a dislike and talk this shit. They already know how I get down.
I don't give a fuck what you think, bitch.
And that's how I feel. So I don't worry about what
effects
her to shame me. I really don't. Stephen Ball's asking how to join. The link is right here. What's a StreamYard? He said he got an advice for us. Just click the link and it'll take you right through. It's simple, if you can. Who is? We got somebody named Mike coming in. Well, he's trying to come in. It ain't loaded up yet. But yeah, that's how I get down. People on Facebook know how I get down. And I ain't changed. Actually, it went back out. I believe you could say I'm worse than what I was. You cannot go on this. With your head down, with the shades drawn, scared, because if you're not willing to die for what you believe in, then what you're living for. That's how I look at it.
So I'm getting ready to post a little something on here. If you wouldn't mind sharing this comment, I have to do it on my phone. So I'm just telling people where they can find We the Parents podcast on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram. We also have a Twitter. And yeah, and go to and I just posted it there, sharing that on the screen. And if they just go to any of those platforms, they can type in "We the Parents," and it's the only thing.
Where's it at? I don't see it yet, bro.
Oh, it should be on the bottom.
You know what? I thought you were gonna put a screen. I got it. I'm finna post it right now.
Oh yeah, I can't screen share and stuff.
Okay, right. This is Chris Cole's information. If y'all on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, just type in "We the Parents Podcast,"
and it will come up. There's no other one.
And everybody that's on Facebook, please subscribe to my YouTube channel because I'm mostly on here now. But what I'm gonna start doing, putting both on the lives so y'all can still check it out. I ain't leaving y'all hanging. It's just I just had to move over here because Facebook is full of shit.
It is.
Facebook is just full of shit. I have more range than YouTube, even though YouTube is, they try to get me because they took one of my videos down about two baby mama Tez fighting. Somebody was a kid in the video. I'm like,
oh geez.
But it wasn't no kid in the video. But they gave it back. They said, "Oh, we didn't know," because some hater put it out there. Oh, it's kid. Ain't no kid in the video.
Right.
Right.
And you see all this nonsense censorship I put up, and someone said it was misinformation because it was a quote that was anti-government.
Whatever.
Yeah, and it was a quote.
anytime you come out with the truth, again. They don't like the truth to come out because more people want to get involved, want to change. Pharaoh, I believe this is Pharaoh from Las Vegas, who was from Chicago, who had the same judge that I had. I believe that's who it is.
Who was your judge in Chicago?
Judge Bates.
Okay, so it wasn't the same county as Cash and them.
No, this was actually in Markham Courthouse. This wasn't in Daly Center or downtown. It wasn't. Okay. It was in the suburbs. Okay. I think this is the same. Hey, Pharaoh, that you? I believe that's it.
You turned his camera off.
Yeah, a lot of people just don't want to show their face. Go ahead, bro.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you. That's you, bro. He lagging too. You there?
Vegas right now. I just got off. I'm
yeah. Okay, well, yeah.
Larnell, I'm gonna hop off here, man, because I got to get on another podcast in a few minutes.
Okay, brother. I appreciate you tuning in, man. I'm gonna talk to you behind the scenes, tell you what Cass was talking about.
Absolutely, man. Thanks so much for having me.
Oh, no doubt. Appreciate you to the fullest.
We'll talk later.
All right, now. Hey, Pharaoh, man, what's going on, bro? I think your phone lagging, bro.
Hello?
Yeah, you there?
Can you hear me?
I need you to talk loud. Talk louder.
I don't know if you can hear me, but I'm in here. I just had to give my 2 cents, man.
Can you talk louder?
Hear me now?
Yeah, I hear you now, bro.
All right, cool. My bad. Fuck child support. You know what I'm
It's not.
You know what
it's
I'm
starting
saying?
to go in and out. It's starting to go in and out. Log out and come back in. What's up, bro?
What's good, family?
You know me. It's just getting off the couch. You know what I do for a living.
Hey, man, I appreciate it, man. I appreciate what you do, man. Appreciate the person came on today, man. And I'm glad his presentation, I like it. It was on point because it's kind of the way I feel. It's war at this point because obviously we know they're doing us dirty. And while we sitting there like little, y'all know what it is. Y'all acting like women. I guess because we was raised by these women, we acting like women right now. We know they got an assault on us. We know they got an assault on us. We need to fight. It's war. It ain't about, they know we ain't did nothing wrong. We know we good fathers that want to be in our children's life. They still gonna do us dirty. So what we gonna do? Just sit here like women. He put a call, that's a call to action for real. That's what it sounds like to me. War. Stand up for yourself. They're gonna do dirty anyway. Learn the game. Don't be a victim. But yeah, man, I appreciate you, bro. That's all. That's all I want to throw in there. Throw
Hey,
in the
man, I
game.
appreciate you too, man. Always. I'm not gonna hold y'all no longer. I gotta get back on the couch and do my high value deadbeating. Tomorrow I'll be going live with Ramil. Mr. Pump and Dump video. The video hot as hell, ain't it? The video hot as hell, ain't it? The video is hot as hell, and we're gonna push it to the fullest. A lot of people call it the red pill anthem. A lot of people call it the Black Manosphere anthem. That's fine. I have no problem with that. As long as we spread it and y'all definitely support. Like I told y'all, I'm not just doing behind the scenes on a computer. I'm not gonna just be on social media. I'm out here in the streets. I run for child support, so I can't just run in my house. I'm out here. When I tell you I'm finna put it out here in different ways to get this situation out here, whether it's some music videos, some skits, whether it's just doing some one-on-ones, face-to-face, even online. So you can't make this shit up, though. We're gonna have fun at the same time because we gotta have a laugh because you don't wanna, just be too fucked up and hateful and shit like that. We're not gonna do that. So I am gonna create a whole nother page purposely for videos, skits, and so on very soon. Me and Ramil been talking behind the scenes, working behind the scenes for a minute now. That's why I say only fool with the real. The rest of them, they can suck a dick and die. I ain't fucking around with the fuck arounds. So y'all definitely stay tuned. That Pump Dump video, this is one song. We're gonna be doing other songs, and it is what it is. What my man say?
Truth is what it is.
Yeah, man. So I mean, it's some real shit, man. But Jeremiah up in the building. What's going on, brother?
Man, I just wanted to say, man, I see you knocking this motherfucker out the box, bro. Keep smashing these terrorists. You dig what I'm saying? If it was any other country, the UN peacekeepers would have been called in. I'm just talking to you. So I just want to give you a big salute. You know what I'm saying? I want to give you a big salute. And you being those UN peacekeepers, you dig what I'm saying? You being those UN peacekeepers and teaching us to keep the smoke down. You dig what I'm saying? So I just want to give you a big salute, man. Keep knocking that shit out the motherfucking park, man, for real.
Hey, appreciate you, my brother, man. Where you from?
I'm from Long Beach, California, man.
Oh, you out there too?
Yeah, straight West Coast.
How's it out there with them fires, man? I keep hearing, every time I look on the news, they're talking about the fire, deadly fire, man.
All right, hey man, look, it's hot season and it's about like 80 degrees and shit. So of course you're gonna get a little backlash, but man, we ain't dealing with that shit, man. We too busy West Coasting, man. We got our chucks and surfboards on at the same time. You know what I'm talking about?
Yes, sir. I hope y'all be safe out there, man, because I'm tired of hearing about that. I mean, at the same time, y'all been out there. Y'all used to just like we used to the winter that we deal with or the tornado that comes. So I get all the same when it comes to the seasons. I mean, goddamn, but I hate to hear that shit, man.
It's cool, man. That's from us burning all the trees. You dig what I'm saying?
Yeah, 100%, man. 100%, man. Okay, man. I appreciate you, my brother, to the fullest, man. Y'all definitely need to check out that Pump and Dump. If y'all ain't check it out, the video was posted today. Go back and check out the video, man. Hey, man.
Can and will do.
Appreciate you, my brother.
All right.
Jeremiah,
peace and love, family.
Peace and love, my brother. What people need to realize, man, this shit is real, and it's not just black men complaining. It's not just black men don't want to be fathers. That's the quickest bullshit they always try to use. White men been going through this way before us, man. Way before us. And I want to give a shout out to Chris Cole once again, because like I said, he's one of the people that told me, nah, this ain't what it is, brother. This Cash Jackson and so many other people. Even white women came to me like, nah, my husband going through this, blah, 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 because of this. So that's why I do what I do. And this is why I say I want my platform to be diverse, because we all need to change the laws in our mind and get ourselves in order. Who knows? Why, like I said, the enemy of our enemy is a friend. Who knows? Maybe we can get ourselves in order while we fight that battle over there. Those that want to rock, then you already know what it is. Fuck them. Wash your hands and move on. You know what I mean? You're going to have a lot of weak men of all sides. You got these baby mama tears in all forms. And shout out to Ricardo Cray for the $4.99 donation. He said, salute Mr. Palmer, Pump and Dump 100. Appreciate you, my brother. All I'm trying to do is spread this awareness and let y'all know this shit is real. It ain't just the black communities. It ain't just the black man, and it ain't just us when it comes to family court. They don't give a shit what color you is. They don't care where you from. The more money you make, the more money they want to take. They don't care. They don't care if you from the hood. They don't care if you over there and living next door to the Kennedys. They don't give a fuck. So that's the reality that I'm gonna continue to put out here, because I'm gonna have other white brothers on here to tell their story. Like he said, there's people behind the scene that work for the government that they tell. They just don't show their face. It's an unjust ass system, man. It's a piece of shit. And that's why I say y'all still salute and support this piece of shit, and y'all still want to work for their system. Nah, fuck that. No, fuck them. Go ahead, Yizra. I know you got something to say, brother.
Yeah. I just wanted to say real quick, man, that I had it was a white guy from New York in my Facebook group fighting for fatherhood. He said, "Oh, you going through that? Okay." Well, and he went through the Freedom of Information Act and got me all the behind the scenes child support contract with the sheriff, the magistrates, with the clerk of courts, with the prosecutor. You know what I'm saying? He said, "What's your email? I got you." Boom, slid it right up in there. Because he know how dirty them motherfuckers is. He ain't even dealing with nothing in this county. But he said, "Look, I'm gonna help you out real quick. You trying to fight them? Here, let me throw you this." Because we all going through it. We all going through it, and they trying to see people fight back. And you know, we don't need to have these type of divisions dividing us in this fight. This is a fight where we getting drug in the mud. We losing. We need to lock arms with whoever gonna try to. So you know what I'm saying? Of course, you know what I mean. You already know what it is. Like I said, cause you got some people infiltrated, whatever the case is. But
oh yeah, these
white men going through it. Ask them what their situation. This the person that I've talked to, the one that gave me the information, he had a divorce. His wife had a accident on a motorcycle and died, and not a grandmother didn't motherfucking took. You know what I'm saying?
And he got paid
some of that, and it's crazy, man. But yeah, I just want to throw that out there.
I appreciate it. And you know what? The sad part about the whole thing, just like Wendy just said, that the kids suffer. And that's why we gotta, as men and even the women, we got to tell our truth. We got to keep them receipts. We got to tell our stories. What I tell people all the time, the worst thing you could do to a child is take their innocence. These baby mama terrorists take these children's innocence. They got them in grown-up situations. They got them and they got them manipulated to hate the father or to hate the grandmother, hate the other side of the family, because that's the right thing to do, because mama said so, because mama put money up and paid and give us whatever we want. We don't have to work and earn shit. We don't have to do a damn thing. And y'all wonder why I call them baby mama terrorists. These are domestic terrorists. White, black, blue, green don't make a difference what color you are. So they all one of the same. So when people get in their feelings and say, "Oh, well, you a self-hater, you hate women, you hate," first thing you say, "I hate black women." But since I call her all baby mama terrorists, now I hate just women. And I'm like, whatever you say, fam, you know how I feel. I don't give a fuck what you think. I really don't. So you take a child's innocence, you destroy them already. You take their innocence, you destroy them. But you talk about us that want to be fathers and deadbeats and everything else. I'm not taking my child's innocence. I'm not putting them in grown-up situations. I'm not bringing them around married niggas. I'm not telling them lies. I'm not taking around the new girlfriend or new wife, talking about this the woman he left y'all for. I'm not telling you, "Oh, if you don't do this, then I'm not gonna look out for you, but I'm gonna look out for your sister." You know, I'm not gonna mistreat one and not the other because you don't go against the code. See, I don't do those things. See, that's what I say. So that's why I tell y'all men, you have to keep your veins cold, and if need be, you wash your hands and move on and get yourself in order, because you the one that's gonna lose if all this shit blows in your face, not them. They get handouts, they get a pat on the back, they got separate forces coming to the defense when they don't deserve it. The judge look out for them, even they get an extra check for ADHD. I be goddamn. You can't make this shit up. So yeah, you can't make this shit up. I want to give a shout out to MPI for the $2 donation. Thank you for everything you do for the fatherhood. I appreciate you, my brother, to the fullest. I also want to give a shout out to Ricardo Cray once again for the $4.99 donation. Baby mama terrorist, I'm gonna say terrorist, took me back for more child support. She got the other penny. That was her revenge for me taking her to court for contempt. Shake my head. I told you. I told you. Shout out to you, my brother. You just can't make this shit up. It ain't about the child. It ain't about you being a father. It's about destroying your livelihood. That's all. That's why I say they don't give a shit about their kids, and I don't care how much Jordans they buy for them. I don't care how much they let them do what they want to do. I don't care how much they take pictures with them and selfies and post them on their YouTube, their Facebook all day long. They do not love their kids a prop. Alacat, the man said, "What can we do? What we could do? We could band together. We could definitely support the platform, spread awareness, keep them receipts, tell your stories, tell your truth." Get yourselves in order. Like I always say, keep your veins cold. Fix yourself mentally, physically, and spiritually, and financially, so we can make change within ourselves. Even though, again, child support ain't gonna never change, not in our lifetime. But we have the power to change ourselves, so we don't get in no type of situation like this ever again. So our future don't go into a type of situation like this again or ever, because they shouldn't be going through it at all. Teach your sons, your nephews, your people you coach. Your god kids, whoever, because you don't want them in this type of situation. That's why a lot of men are not getting married in this day and age. That's why it's low birth rates in this day and age, because we're not waiting on government daddy to change the laws. We change our own laws in our mind. That's what we all have to do. So that's what we can do as far as, with the platform, spread, support, financially. You could just share the page, like everything. Just put it out there, because it's steady growing, slowly but surely. I got killers coming to my platform. We don't have soldiers. We got go-getters. We got bulldogs. We got killers. We don't have soldiers. Soldiers, a lot of these soldiers are fake-ass infiltrators that die out anyway. You know what I mean? Let me give a shout out to Clan Killer for the $2 donation. He said, BMTs give you more headaches than Mercedes-Benz motor. 100% facts. 100% facts. But yeah, bro, man, you really just can't make this shit up. And I'm tired of this society standards and this society bullshit. They try to tell you what men are. Usually, man, how you been though, brother? You out there in Ohio? What's going on?
Yeah, man. I wanted to say something about with child support. Like, if the women like child support, they hate women too. Think about it. The child support is the reason that the state takes children from women. Child support is the reason children's services take advantage of their ignorance, come in their house without a search warrant, or come and take their kid because of child support. Because when they put them with the system, they get child support from that woman. So child support is the reason they stealing children from women. So if you support child support, then you hate women. You hate women. The child support system is designed to fuck over women. Designed to find ignorant women that they can say, "Oh, we at your door, let us in without a search warrant." They let them in because they're ignorant. They all ignorant women. So if you like child support, then you like social workers and you hate women. Period. If you like child support, so all these women bitch, you hate women, stupid. I'm off the mic though.
You are stupid. No, hey, Yizra, looking for y'all. I like the hat, brother. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about, FBI. Oh man, you just brighten my day. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah, fuck child support. They gonna be mad as fuck one day. They gonna see a whole gang of guys and women talking about, man, now what? Now what? Why give a fuck? Shout out to MPI, man. What's going on, bro? You look good with the hat on, though.
Nothing much. Nothing much. I know I was on the show the other day and I heard KD talking about, his baby mama finna take him to child support. The guy that's up in Oklahoma.
Yeah. Yep.
So I remember, man, to be honest, when I went to child support court, it was like the guys who didn't show up got a better deal than the guys who did show up to court.
I can believe that.
Cause I know the judge was like, ma'am, if you don't have their exact information on where they work at, I can't just go off an estimate. The only thing I can do is do the state legal amount, 30% from each of y'all income. And she was like, that's all I can do unless that man is here in court. It's like the people who didn't show up to court got a better deal. I said, damn, maybe I shouldn't have brought my ass to court.
You know what? You just can't make this shit up, bro. And just like Mr. Barnes just said, Tavon, he said, yo, my kid's mom left the state and now lives in South Carolina illegally. Not supposed to leave the state without my consent. Going to court tomorrow. This shall be fun. And I pray and hope that they do what they supposed to do. Take her ass and give her the option to come back in 30 days, or he's automatically getting custody, or get her arrested for kidnapping and you still get custody. I'm praying for you, my brother, to the fullest. You can't make this shit up, man. They can do what they want to do. They can do what they want to do, man. Hold on, I just saw some that is this y'all first time tuning in on my YouTube? Please subscribe. There you go, KD right there. Please definitely subscribe. Ms. Zoe said neither of my sisters went to child support and they were just fine. Hey, salute to you. Salute to your sisters. Yes, sir. KD.
What's up, man? How y'all doing?
You said, what's going on with your brother?
Man, just cooler, man. I've been in a podcast since Mr. Chris Cole was in here, just spectating and regulating,
Yeah, I heard that.
So my face in the building. I know the guy with the exceptional beard that was just on had mentioned my name or whatever.
Yeah, he
man.
was saying that sometimes it's better not to. He said it was better when he went to court. He said it was better the ones who actually got it good was the ones who didn't show up versus the ones that did show up.
Yeah, I understand it, but at the same time, like I said, I ain't got served yet, and y'all said that today. So if you ain't got served, I wouldn't even worry about it. But I do one thing: I do need a DNA test. I will say that.
Well. I mean, you said you ain't got to worry about it, but what they do to child support is they send certified mail to the address you're supposed to be at. And basically, what happens is if you don't answer that, then they start the proceedings on you. Because you signed it, it's a contract, and you signed it what they call through acquiescence. That's why people all of a sudden they shit getting taken. And what happened? Well, they sent some certified mail, nobody responded, so they just said, well, they must have, through acquiescence. And that's not cool, but that's what happened. That's why you always gotta look in the docket and see if you on there. Like, see, because you don't even know about it. Most people don't even know what happened. Most people don't even know what happened.
And that's exactly why I brought that up, because that's exactly what I'm not trying to do. I'm not in Texas, but I'm going to call them people and see what's going on with my name. I'm going to definitely do that.
Oh, it's online. All you got to do, go to the clerk of your county, type in your county clerk. Whatever county that is, type in the county
in Texas. I'm not, bro. Listen, G. She in Texas. I'm not. I don't even technically, I forgot what town or city she's staying in right now. So I don't even know what county to even start looking at.
Damn.
Now I can find out. It shouldn't be that hard.
Damn, unless she got your social security, how's she gonna figure out?
She definitely got my social security number, because honestly, we didn't even know each other that long. It was just a wham bam, thank you, man.
And
but I'm saying
so hold on before you continue though. Okay. That means you did a
oopsie.
Yeah, pretty much.
Can't be doing an oopsie, fam. No.
You right. Wait, what you say? That ass though.
Nah, man.
I ain't even gonna care. I feel victim.
I get you.
Hey, we got to be better than I made a mistake
you right,
too.
Though. You right, though.
So we just.
Matter of fact, bro, my birthday coming up in 6 days. I'm gonna be 32. Bro, if I can go back and tell my 22, like 10 years ago, just 22. If I can go back and talk to myself, man, I'd probably be a billionaire by now. But it's definitely wishful thinking.
I bet you, man. Shout out to Clan Killer for the $2 donation. If Baby Mama says act up, send Mr. Chad Willer as I can't say the rest, but yeah, I got it. Shout out to Clan Killer. Yeah, but hey, man, that's why I say the difference between us and them, man, we'll take accountability, man. These baby mama tell you they're gonna take no accountability. They're gonna say they never did nothing. So, but I mean, you do what you gotta do, brother. I mean,
I'm definitely gonna do that though.
Do what you gotta do, man. But other than that, you been good.
Yeah, I've been straight, man. I'm out here in Oklahoma just chilling, When I signed my papers today for what I was telling you about.
Yeah. No.
So that's in the works,
Definitely don't if she ain't got your social, definitely don't give it to her.
Yeah, I was telling my girl what you were saying earlier about the edibles when you were coming through Oklahoma. You know.
Yeah, man, it's only they only use this medical card. You know, you can't just say, hey, I want to get it.
Yeah, you definitely gotta have that old card like you was sick or something. What they call it, cataracts or something. That's how it is out here.
Oh, yeah, you can't show your face. We the YouTube with the smoking. I thought you smoking a cigarette.
Oh no, it's a cigarette, but I mean I feel you though.
Yeah, it look like a joint. You know, they'll be trying to make some out of. Yeah.
Yeah, it's definitely a cigarette. I roll my own tobacco. I got that habit when I was staying in Arizona.
My dad did it tops.
Yep, I use tops and bugles.
I figure it was a cigarette, but they'll turn around and say it's like a joint, man. I don't want no problem.
Nah, I figure I put it down. I ain't even finna play with them. Yeah. I already know how the algorithms go.
Like smoking, the smoke gotta go, and I'm like smoking. Oh yeah, they gonna think it's weed.
Oh yeah, well, I appreciate the check. You know, I ain't no
bad. No, Michael Lee Woodridge. He's from He's saying Delaware. You could file hard fund case. Then you both had to show your bill. Well, here, you know what? In Illinois, they go by both incomes. A lot of states do go by both incomes. You show them bills, but it'd be unfortunate if she makes only $10 a month and you make, $50,000, $60,000, $70,000 a month. That's the problem. That's the problem. But yeah.
Mr. Plummer, I just want to come in here, say my little piece right quick. I'm finna go hop back on the couch myself. You know what I'm saying?
I'm finna get off in a second. I ain't gonna talk too long. I just wanted everybody to meet Chris Cole and
oh yeah, for sure. He a cool white dude, bro. And you know what?
Cool.
I ain't gonna say the C word, but you know what I mean. But it take a white person to fight white people, so it's good to have a white person on your team like that.
Yeah, I understand what you're saying. Yeah. But like I told, we all had to do it because I told y'all the number 2 suicide amongst alien nation child was Indian.
Yep. And you know what? You ain't lying, cause when I was working out here in Oklahoma, and Oklahoma got a lot of the Native American names. I didn't know that till I moved here. But I was at work and this Native American guy was telling me he'd been married twice. And I was thinking to myself, like, why would you do that again, bro? Like, that's crazy. But he said his second wife better. So hopefully he got it right that time. But,
yeah.
I just had to put that up there. What you back in the comments or whatever, it was good to be back on the podcast again,
Yeah, what you had to say, bro? You say something you wanted to say?
Oh, you talking about me?
Yeah.
No, I was just talking about the Native American guy. He been married twice. And I was like, man, if it ain't work the first time, but maybe he just one of them like old school type of monogamous guys, he on that old, like he believe in having a marriage.
It was to each his own.
Right? That's exactly what I was thinking,
Yeah.
But yeah.
They make this up, man.
We'll tie back to the comments, dog. I'm being a comment,
All right.
You know, Mr. Plummer, I salute. You feel me?
Stay true as always, brother. As always, safe out there. All right, peace. I want to give a shout out to MPI for $2 donation. He said, "She got me 7% income and her 30% income." Yeah, that's why they say date within your rate, your wage. Yeah, you can't make this shit up, man. The thing about it is, I told you, as men, we gotta change the laws in our mind. We gotta keep our bangs cold. We gotta get ourselves in order. We have to stop doing the go along, get along train, riding that wave. We got to stop being silent. We got to stop letting pride and stop being scared. We have to be able to call this shit out. We got to be able to tell your truth. Stop letting these baby mama tears lie on you. Stop letting these judges try to manipulate you that it's your fault, that you're the bad guy. Stop making excuses not to live your life. That's one thing you cannot do. You only live once. And just like people on Facebook, just like people on YouTube, keep the veins cold. If they don't like what you say, fuck them. And if they negative for what you trying to fight for, what you believe in, you cut their ass off. Even your own mama. I told y'all, your own mama could be a baby mama terrorist that's looking out for the baby mama terrorists. You cut her ass off. Look at Quentin Tarantino. He ain't getting his mama nothing. So learn from that. Keep them veins cold. They'll cut your ass off. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, W right. They already don't like your message. Don't give more ammo to sink your battleship. Yeah, fact, 100%. Matter of fact, let me pull it one more time. Yeah, 100%. And that's why I say we have to tell our story, put out there. You know, you don't have to mention names at all. You just tell your story, tell your truth. But believe me, they talk about you. They will lie on you. They'll tell their kids at 5 years old that your daddy ain't shit and he never wanted you, all the way till they grown. So that's what I'm saying. And there's no mercy, no pity with them at all. So I want to give a shout out to everybody that tuned in today. And I also want to give a shout out to Chris Cole one more time. No man is exempt from child support. No man is exempt from alienation. No man is exempt from dealing with this family court system. So all of y'all who want to act all bougie, talking about, oh, it won't happen to me, bullshit. This can't happen to me. I raised my kids this way. I did it that way. And then you come back talking about, man, I'm going through the same shit. It is what it is, fam. You know, but yeah, y'all definitely continue to like the page. Tomorrow we're going to talk about Creflo Dollar, you know, trying to go at Kevin Samuels. And I got my brother Ramil. We're going to talk about this. And like I said, again, when it comes to me talking about Kevin Samuels, it's not about taking up for him because he's a grown-ass man. He can take his own situation. But anytime these prophets or these symbol forces come to these baby mama chairs defense because they want to add it to their collection plate, this is a prime example that we're going to talk about. So, yeah, we're going to definitely cook and roast tomorrow. 1 o'clock p.m. Central Time, we'll be cooking. And just like Third Coast Royalty said, that's my reality. You have to, man. And I appreciate y'all tuning in later. I had to do it because I was honoring his time. Zoe, send me an email. I just sent you my emails, babymamaTez@gmail. Send me an email. I want to holler at you. And anybody else that got any stories, any topics, send it to my email. Sometime it take time to get back to you or read it, but I do eventually read it. And we're going to keep spreading the word. We're going to keep exposing these baby mama Tez's unjust system and spread awareness for us to change the laws in our mind. And this brother right here is telling the truth. That's why I say hopefully we could build enough where we can do that. Because I told you I want to do a conference every year. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And the problem is when you tell the truth,
you can't handle the truth.
Because they know it's going to go against their collection plate. And when they go against their collection plate, because they got majority queens, baby mama terrorists, they will go against whoever is speaking the truth. It's like they try to do me, but y'all know how I get down. You know how exactly how I get down. Mr. Jones said, keep doing this shit, bro. We appreciate real shit. And I appreciate y'all, and I love y'all, man, because this shit is going to, just like Facebook, 134,000 followers going to come over here. It's going to be 134,000 followers, but it's going to keep going. It won't be shadow banned, I guarantee it, because we're going to keep spreading and changing the laws in our mind. Yeah, so shout out to everybody, man. Y'all be safe. I got to get my ass back on the couch. I'm Mr. Palmer, and this conversation is over. Fuck child support. Peace.
Baby mama terrorist. BMT. It's my baby mama. I'm on child support. Can't see my kids, so I stay in coke. It's my baby mama. She be riding Lexus, finding sugar daddies and doing setups. It's my baby mama. I'm on child support. Can't see my kids, so I stay in coke. It's my baby mama. She be riding Lexus, finding sugar daddies and doing setups. It's my baby mama. I'm on child support. Can't see my kids, so I stay in coke. It's my baby mama. She be riding Lexus, finding sugar daddies and doing setups. It's my baby mama. I'm on child support. Can't see my kids, so I stay in coke. It's my baby mama. She be riding Lexus, finding sugar daddies and doing setups.
Riding around, try to play the Romans, innocent with an evil soul. In public, wearing fake halos, behind closed doors, she rocked them horns. I moved on, she wanna teach me a lesson. Can't see my kids, man, I'm stressing. Couldn't see my son to give me his present. She got married to teach me a lesson. Telling people she did nothing wrong, knowing that well since I moved on. Thought that money would keep me home. Hell no, bitch, I'm gone. I don't know what you lost your mind. Try to say my name, but I know your kind. Saying I'm a deadbeat bitch, you lying. Fighting in court, man, I'm trying to be a father to my kids. she focus on the wrong shit. Worried about another being instead of us co-parent. Put my kids in grown folks' business. Telling them lies, bitch, you wicked. Split personality, oh yeah, you twisted. Never thought I'd go through this.
It's my baby mama, I'm on child support. Can't see my kids, so I stay in coat. It's my baby mama, she be riding Lexus, finding sugar daddies and doing setups. It's my baby mama, I'm on child support. Can't see my kids, so I stay in coat. It's my baby mama, she be riding Lexus, finding sugar daddies and doing setups. It's my baby mama, I'm on child support. Can't see my kids, so I stay in coat. It's my baby mama, she be riding Lexus, finding sugar daddies and doing setups. It's my baby mama, I'm on child support. Can't see my kids, so I stay in coat. It's my baby mama, she be riding Lexus, finding sugar daddies and doing setups.
Bitch, fuck all y'all.
You can't handle the truth.
I don't give a fuck what you think, bitch.